Welcome back guys. In this video I'll be trying out the prologue demo of Metaphor RePhantazio on my Rog Ally running on Windows 11 and Steam Deck running on SteamOS. It's an upcoming role-playing game developed by Studio Zero and published by Atlas. Studio Zero was formed in 2016 by Persona series director, character designer and composer. Metaphor's gameplay is quite similar to Persona games. Social simulation elements are present. Our character can form bonds with other characters. Some time-sensitive activities are present following a day-to-day calendar system. The combat in Metaphor is a hybrid of real-time action and turn-based. The game is set in a medieval fantasy realm. We play as an orphan boy whose objective is to take the king's throne. I don't know much about the game story. First I'll be running the game on my Rog Ally. I have already done my testing. The performance was all over the place. In the city area, I have seen the FPS dropping down into the mid-30s. Whereas in the indoor areas, FPS increased to around 90. This game really needs some optimization. I'm expecting that to happen when the full version is released on 11th October. On Ally, I would recommend using AFMF to AMD's level implementation of frame generation. I have set the UMA buffer size to 4 GB. My Ally is running on BIOS version 441. I have installed AMD's latest beta GPU driver. Using a 25 watts manual profile 720p resolution, all three power values set at 25 watts, CPU boost disabled. Connected my GuliKit KK3 Max gamepad to Ally via Bluetooth mode. Adrenaline settings for the game, FreeSync enable, VSync disable, AFMF2 disable for the time being. RSI enable, resolution upscale from 720p to full HD. Using Adrenaline's overlay to show you the performance metrics. In-game settings. Render scale set to 100%. Ambient occlusion enable, texture quality set to high. Uncap the FPS. OK. 720p resolution. VSync off. Full screen mode. That's it. There's our character. I straight away jumped into the city area, and you can see here FPS is around 34. We are not hitting the GPU bottleneck, so the game's performance is limited by the single core CPU performance. VRAM usage around 2.6 GB. I'll just roam around, explore the area on foot. Yeah, FPS is very variable. Can observe the choppiness. We are out of Ally's VRR range. 36 to 44 FPS. AP power draw around 25 watts. Yeah, this game is demanding. Okay, I'll just enable AFMF2. 54 FPS. Depends on the angle. A lot of non-playable characters here. Game center and settings. AFMF2 on. Check its status. It should be active. I've set the search mode to high. This will prevent frame generation from getting disabled. Performance mode set to quality. I'll also enable Radeon chill setting and apply a 60 FPS cap. There you go. And just type 60 in both of the boxes. Resume the game. FPS increased to around 95. Frame generation lag value 14 milliseconds. Yeah, input delay is not a problem. This is not a first person shooter. I can observe the added amount of smoothness. That choppiness is gone. I'm just looking for some graphical artifacts. Game's HUD elements are not flickering. In this area we were getting around 35 FPS. I'm observing some minor flickering around our character model's head. Nothing significant. Observe that flickering. It's definitely present. See? Very difficult to spot. I beg your pardon. Very difficult to spot it when you move the camera at a normal speed like this. Okay, I'll go to the next area. I think the next area is more demanding than this area. We'll see. Hitting the GPU bottleneck. Here we are getting 60 FPS. This is with AFMF2. Text is rendered properly. Yeah, this area is very demanding. Playable. FPS is so variable. A few seconds ago it was around 80, now it's around 60. Reached my destination. See the minimap. Cutscene.
Okay, you got this.
You can skip the dialogues. Indoor area. Now we are getting 120 FPS. So smooth. GPU utilization close to 90%. I'll show you some combat. The open areas are very demanding. Now I'm in a fort looking for some soldiers. Our ally stole. I'll proceed further into the fort. This should be the way. Here FPS is close to 90. What the hell is this thing? I'll sneak up on it. Yeah, we can stun the enemy if you attack it without being seen. Squad battle. Using melee combat here. Can use a skill. Mage fire. Very good. So good performance in the indoor areas. Didn't observe any hitching on Rog Ally. That's very important. This creature was obstructing my path. Attacks consume turn points. See? I'll be testing the game on my Rog Ally, on Steam Deck. On Steam Deck, I'm using G-Proton version 9-14 as the compatibility layer. Connected my Cosmic Byte Stellaris gamepad to deck via Bluetooth mode. The cutscenes run properly even on SteamOS. Don't need to install any third-party codecs. I own the LCD variant of Steam Deck. Its display supports up to 60Hz refresh rate. Performance QM settings. OLED level set to 3. Frame limit set to 60. That's it. In this game I observed slightly better performance with manual GPU clock setting enabled and clock speed set to 1600 MHz. I'll show you this. First I'll run the game with auto GPU clock setting. In-game settings. Using the low preset, rendering scale set to 75%, ambient occlusion disabled, texture quality normal, frame rate limit 60. Display settings, borderless mode 800p, VSync off. I'll straightaway load the city area, Royal Capital. We are in. The character models and the environment are looking a bit pixelated. 75% render scale resolution is causing this. In some scenes we are hitting the GPU bottleneck. FPS is all over the place, 25 to 50. Okay, in this scene we are not hitting the GPU bottleneck, so the game's performance is limited by the single core CPU performance. It's a bit choppy. I'll just enable the manual GPU clock setting. Set the clock speed to 1600 MHz. Resume the game. Yeah, FPS increased to around 32. You can try this setting to improve the game's performance. Not hitting the GPU bottleneck, 60 to 70%. I'll just roam around and go to the next area. 50 FPS. It's better to just cap the FPS at 30 for a stable experience. In some games the audio stutters when you set the GPU clock speed to 1600 MHz. Not the case in this game. 27 FPS. Audio is not stuttering. Frame pacing issue. You see the frame pacing graph. Indoor area, and now we are getting 60 FPS. It's so smooth and stable. even with so many characters on the screen. GPU load is close to 60%. Now I'll show you some combat. Now I'm in the fort. Yeah, here FPS is close to 50. I'll engage in combat. That creature is nearby.
Hey. Okay.
60 FPS? I was not expecting this. 60% GPU load. Yeah, the game is definitely playable on Steam Deck. I really hope full game's performance is better than the prologue's performance. Full game will be released on 11th October. Still have some time. It's highly recommended to enable manual GPU clock speed setting and set the clock speed to 1600 MHz in the city area. I observed an increase in FPS by around 6 to 7. No audio stuttering. That's it with the video, guys. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.